All right. All righty.
Just ignore my dog.
That's like impossible. Sorry. It's not because they're your dog, it's because they're dogs.
Hello, everyone.
I know. I think we're live.
We definitely are on YouTube. So give
Okay.
us just a few seconds to get going on YouTube.
Not only are we live, we're late.
Yep.
Let's
Hi.
see. Dogs, babies, caption writing,
Thumbnail
thumbnail creation,
making. That I
doing
was not even
all the
in here.
things.
Yep. Shall I put the thumbnail in here? Oh, well, we won't. It's on YouTube. You
It
wanted it
still
in here?
says this live video is starting. I don't know that we're live on Facebook yet. I didn't
Let me
know.
see if I got a notification. It's all right if we are. We're on
We're on YouTube.
yeah,
Shout
we're
out.
on YouTube. So shout out. Oh, be sure to subscribe.
Yes. Oh, it says we're live. God, there
Comment.
are 5 people here too.
We are.
Dang, guys.
I see the live. Oops, I only see 4. So
Oh,
somebody. Oh, maybe you were counted as one. I was gonna say somebody's already bailed. We were that bad.
I know. It was a little bit of a rough start with these
Yeah.
all these hiccups.
Give
We're
us
10 minutes late. We're sorry. But we've got some really great content today.
exactly. Welcome to Coffee and Questions.
Hey, Riley is here. Sarah's here. Pamela's here. Dawn's here. Hi, everyone. Make sure you read the caption so that you can see what we're talking about. It's going to be fabulous. I'm going to hit share real quick.
I am too.
If you know anybody who could use time-saving tips in their business, you should share this video too if it resonates with you.
Exactly. These are gonna all be exactly the norm that you're gonna think of. So we tried to go a little bit outside the box. The main thing, it's so hard to be everywhere in business today. So we were trying to think of things that would help you to show up more and get more out of the day.
Exactly. Good morning. Yep. Savita, Deanne, for those of you who have your timers set and you're watching for us to go live at 11 Eastern, we were a few minutes late because we really wanted to bring you the best. Obviously, we here at Socially Inclined have a ton of shortcuts that are helping hundreds of people save thousands of hours just today. But we didn't want this to be a pitch fest about us, so we wanted to dig a little deeper about some of the other examples we could get. So that's why it took us a little longer. And 11 o'clock comes fast for those of you who do lives. Yeah, Deanne, thank you. You totally get it because you have committed to a live. And, I can totally understand the struggle of all of the things that you have to put in place and get ready when you're going to go live on multiple platforms and try to deliver some really great value, which is what we're going to do.
Ooh, that gives me a little bonus. Let's start with a bonus really quick, something we didn't cover in this section, but for the people that showed up, StreamYard. So if we're talking lives, StreamYard would be a tool to help you go live in multiple places. Same with, we use Live Webinar. So there's a little bonus right out the gate.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Live webinar.
Live webinar.
That helps. All of the goodness today. All right. So this is Coffee and Questions. We do these every Thursday at 11 Eastern. And today's topic is shortcuts and templates to help make your life easier. So do we start? Just start with number 1.
Yep. Go for it.
All right. Number 1, online design. I wasn't sure how I felt about this one, but when I think about it, we use Canva. So we're going to talk specifically about the stuff that's included in there, but there's no shortage of them.
Yeah. Trello. Yeah, there's a bunch. So if you don't use Canva, it's okay, but it's our favorite. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Exactly. And Canva is up here at number 1 because Julie mentioned it. And then I said, you know what? I'm not sure I could make it through a single day of our business as it is now without Canva.
For sure.
Wow.
we got a we got
You
a
work for
notification.
Canva.
Yeah,
We love you.
we do have a referral link. So if you catch this on the blog, we'll drop the referral link. But
Exactly.
there's probably so many businesses that already have Canva. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar company now that a lady started, just like anybody started their business. So with a piece of software, it's amazing. So
Exactly.
we got a notification a couple of weeks ago, and it said that we're in the stellar top, of Canva. We'd done 1,000 designs. We had 1,000 designs in our account, which sounds low. And I was like, 1,000 designs? No, that's 1,000 projects basically that all have 100 pages within it. So the amount of designs that we have is staggering. So we got a little shout out from them for that. So the reason you want to use Canva, obviously, it's loaded with thousands of templates. So you can find almost anything under the sun, from business cards to Facebook covers to social posts, Instagram, reels, like, I don't know about, reels, even stories.
Stories.
Yep. Anything you can think of, like flyers, offline marketing, everything under the sun, you can find a template for. And there's nothing worse in business than staring at a blank screen. So sort of a lot of our topic today is to get you over the hump from staring at a blank screen.
Exactly. And so what does a template mean? It means that there's something there for you to start from. So just like Julie said, it keeps you from having that, oh gosh, I need to post something. I'm going to go live at 12:30 to share my incredible tapping techniques for overcoming stress or for overcoming imposter syndrome. But holy cow, it's already 9:00 and I haven't made a post. And then you sit down to something blank versus you sit down to something that's already started for you. The difference of start to finish time for that could be 30 minutes, an hour, maybe even more. So when you add that up, gosh, I've probably saved tens of thousands of hours just in the last 5 or 6 years with Socially Inclined, starting from the templates.
Exactly. So even our thumbnail, like rushing to get on this live today. So we could do the thumbnail really quick because YouTube requires it. So to having that template, and we take it a step further. So there's templates there that you can start from, but when you brand it to your own and you have it in your own design, you can just pop it up, duplicate it, make a new one, put your text in, download it. Like literally it took me less than 2 minutes to make that thumbnail and get it loaded into YouTube. So huge time saver as to having to reinvent the wheel every time.
Exactly. And I'm sorry, my interface, I still cannot type and respond to these comments. So I can see them on my phone. So thank goodness I have that up. Yeah, Deanne, I was talking to you, not necessarily about being behind, but I did catch your live yesterday. I thought it was very value centered. So great job on that. Brand palettes. Do you use brand palettes in Canva? If you are not if you have Canva Pro and you do not have your brand palette filled out, complete with your your font choices, and your logo, you are missing a huge opportunity, because we actually just found this out relatively recently, and we're really hoping it's a new feature. But you can go to styles in Canva, and if you have a brand palette put in, you can apply that brand palette to a whole single within side of design, or you can apply it to all pages, which gives you the ability to turn 100 templates, say that you bought from the Socially Inclined store, into your brand and bring them into your 4 or 5 brand colors in a matter of seconds, which, I mean, that's 40 hours right there.
Yeah.
So if saving you some time.
Yeah. And if you've ever bought a bundle from us, like, we slaved to put at the beginning a way, because Canva does have a way to like change all the colors in a palette. So we've got the little box and we like to put them all in. We don't even have to do that anymore. We need to have a little video on that later, a little extra video and put it in. So it's amazing. So go find it, but we'll make you a video there. All right.
And then the style section.
Yep. And then the next thing is like so content class, we talk all the time about repurposing content, right? So if you make one design, or if we made a design for you through your social plan or a bundle, then you can take that, let's say it's an Instagram, you can make it into hundreds of other types of posts. So, or not posts, but whatever template, an email header, whatever it is.
Yeah. So you take that 30 promo bundle that a lot of you grabbed with our 12 days of Christmas for free. You take that and you just hit resize, and you can resize them to stories. You can resize them to, like a Facebook ad style. If you want to run a Facebook ad off of some of the sales, you can resize them to anything custom. If you have, let's say a couple of those inside that are reviews. So you could drop out the background and resize that to the size that you need to use on your Shopify website or whatever website that you use, so that they have this beautiful uniform. Year-old, can you tell? Uniform sizing, so that you can have your reviews there and they look beautiful and you look like you have your own marketing team.
Exactly. So we have been singing Canva's praises for a long, long time. So if you don't have Pro, you can go to the blog post and get an affiliate link from us. If not, just get it. We don't care. So you just need to be using it. It's such a time saver. So, all right. You want to move on to the next one? Yes. I love this one. We've talked about this before. So digital notes and reminders. The one that I use is OneNote. Other people, that's a Microsoft product. So it's been around forever and ever and ever. You think about it like a folder system, notebook, tabs, and then pages in there. Evernote is another one. I use mine, have used it. Poor Jessica, poor Lauren. Like, I've had to bring them into my world and share. And so I don't know if they're embracing it, but for me, it's perfect. So it's a place to brain dump. It's a place to organize inspiration. So I see ads, I see emails, I clip them and I put them in my OneNote. It's searchable. So if I'm ever looking for something on a topic, I will go and search and I will read back to whatever that article was or whatever it was that I needed. So I love it. So
exactly. Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than having come across something really awesome on like a Sunday morning when you're not necessarily in work mode and you don't have somewhere or some system set up to just flip it over into OneNote or to save it onto even just the notes in your phone. If you have an iPhone, I'm sure Android has their version of that. But that's what I do when I come across something that I'm not in work mode, but I know I want to use that. I'll put it in OneNote now, thanks to Julie. Or if I'm not in a place where I want to use the connection, I'll just put it on my phone or take a screenshot.
Yep. I take screenshots of everything, and that's fine. You can scroll back through, but if you'll take the extra step, you can get OneNote on your phone, Evernote on your phone, whatever, some digital note-taking system. Put the picture and put just a little keyword with it, and then it's searchable so you can find it again. So I keep ads, just everything. So we need, again, the topic is like that blank screen. So why reinvent the wheel, when there's so much out there? Obviously, we're not copy, but you need some inspiration here and there.
Exactly. So organizing your ideas is obviously another big part of it. It's not necessarily collecting screenshots or things like that, but when you have oh my gosh, that would be perfect epiphany when you're out on a jog, then you can stop and type it in and, it'll be there for when you come back on the next morning or when you get out of the shower and you start your work day. It also lets you collect feedback, which Julie has known this for a long time, but I never really understood how important it was to collect exact words and quotes and things that people are saying about your product and your business. Of course, good reviews, you always want to keep track of those, but also things that they say they're struggling with. When you collect those and keep them into one place, then it's easy to look at and sit down and look at whenever you're ready to focus on writing messaging and writing content that is going to speak to those people who are having your struggles or the struggles that you're serving.
Exactly. When you can speak in their language, you're going to make a much better connection. It's also a great way. So I don't care what niche you're in, you get the same question asked over and over and over. So a lot of people have a frequently asked questions on their website, but I also keep, we have another system now that I won't talk about, but we have shortcut responses that are basically frequently asked questions. So if you're in network marketing and someone asks about product A, then you have your beautifully written, response to it in OneNote, Evernote, whatever it is on your phone, and then you can private message them back, and here's the response. So I use those to shortcut. It's one of the biggest shortcuts for me. So again, we use this support system now that I have moved them into that, which makes it one step faster. But if you haven't done that, taking the time, we're batchers, I'm a batcher. So taking the time to think about those and start collecting them there as you're writing them is amazing. So It will save you tons and tons of time.
Your top 5 questions, how do you answer them? And just being able to copy and paste that. The other thing you can keep there are hashtag blocks. If you aren't into the dashboard yet or have those set up to where they go with each of your posts and you are still doing some manual posting, then if you keep hashtag blocks, then you can just copy and paste the blocks that you want directly at the bottom of your Instagram posts.
And bonus, same on that same line is call to actions. So we know how important it is to have call to actions for everything. So you've taken the time to write them. So if you collect them all, in a place, then you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time.
For sure. And of course, you can set reminders and to-dos for those hard dates that do not need to go past in your business, or you're going to miss something important. Number 3, email templates.
Again, there's nothing worse than staring at a blank screen, thinking, I know email marketing is, the best form of ROI, dollar for dollar spent, but I just don't know what to say. Yeah. So, you need to do it. So
how do you email 3 to 5 times a week consistently without wanting to pull your hair out or sacrificing personal time with your family? You use email templates, and there's no shortage of these. You can get them from anywhere. Obviously, yes, we have a dynamite set of them that we sell in the Socially Inclined store, but having anything to start from is going to cut your production time. I would say even more in half, make it like 15%, maybe even 10, depending on how good the templates are.
Exactly. And again, we talked about inspiration before. It's great to get inspiration from competitors. Obviously, do not copy it exactly, but if you're using a digital note-taking system, you can use those for ideas for yourself as well. So
exactly. So the good thing about templates is you can also, everyone seems to know that they need to set up an email list and collect emails and have that freebie. But then when it comes to implementing it, we find the hardest part is putting in that warming, engaging email series that they're going to get once they download something from you. That is usually where we see people stop or see people struggle and kind of lose their momentum. So having templates to work from lets you pretty much just plug and play, and they incorporate. I'll go ahead and grab the third one on that too. The good ones, that's the key, because you can buy not great ones, but good ones incorporate social selling. They incorporate value-driven language that's already using that that selling psychology that is so important in email marketing. So a good email template package is going to basically be like having an email writer for you. You just have to fill in a few of the blanks and the prompts, and it can, again, save you. If you send 5 emails a week and you're saving 90 minutes on each email, because I believe that it can take 2 hours to write an email. It really can.
It really can.
So if you cut that from 2 hours to 30 minutes, then you've saved 6 hours a week just on email writing. If you send out emails 4 times.
And remember, if you've been capturing your client, your customers, your audience's language, you can insert those into those emails and do even better. So with that, again, the touches that it takes to actually sell someone used to be like 7. Now they're up to like 13 is what the average is now, that you have to make communication with someone before they will buy from you. A great welcome series email will drastically reduce that time, because they're getting to know, like, and trust you through that email. That is the sole responsibility of that type of email. All right.
All right. Number 4.
I love this one. I use it all the time. I mean, daily.
Just wasn't enough for her.
Yeah. I have to. Okay. So it is using artificial intelligence. So, and what I mean by this, there are lots of forms of this, but I am specifically, I love copywriting. I'm not as proficient as Jessica is. So she doesn't necessarily need the artificial intelligence, but for someone like most of us out there, a great artificial intelligence, like you've probably heard of Jarvis, which has now been renamed to Jasper. It's conversion.ai or copywriter or copyright.ai. There are copy.ai. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them now because of the open source way that that it came out. So, but Jarvis is what I use. Well, it's now Jasper. I have several others that we use as well. So I've demoed a lot of them. But the thing that it gives you is not staring at a blank screen. Again, you put in a topic, and then you can lead. Once you've learned to do it, you can lead a full blog post, like literally in 5 to 10 minutes. A great, you've got to go back and put your own language in it, your own feel, what the customer wants to see, but it gives you such a great starting point. I love it. So
exactly. And I totally need AI because it shaves your time in half. Sure, if I was trying to make an A+ at English 407 or something, then I would need to sit down and really give it some thought. But we're trying to crank it out just like you are, so that you can get your to-dos knocked out and you can get back to, family time or whatever it is that you're in business for. That's what the name of the game is all about. So you got that.
They do a lot. So we pulled out a couple of things that they do, like rewriting complex or verbose language. There's lots of things that they can remix. It can summarize, and they even have a way like to explain it to a 3rd grader. So there's so many applications. Taking your own content that you've written, let's say it's a long form post, and you want to get down to the meat of it. It can happen with AI.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to offend anybody's customers here, but the key to having your ideal clients understand your message is to be able to explain it to a 3rd grader.
For sure.
So those features are really, really fun and really useful. And that is something that I definitely need with AI, because just like Deanne, I tend to be very verbose because I was trained, I did the whole college thing and the college writing and things like that. So having to write for marketing is a totally different game. This was a good one. We talked about this on Monday. In seconds, it can turn your list of features into benefits, which you need to go back and watch that one if you missed it. turning your features into benefits and explaining it to your audience that way will help them connect with how you serve, not necessarily just all the good things about this product or service.
Exactly. That's one of my favorite ones. So, because it's hard for people to get their mind wrapped around that. So, and Savita says, yes, I do have an AppSumo link for several of the AI writers. And then, of course, Jarvis is the top premium, whatever. So I do have a referral link for that. It's not a lifetime deal. You get to pay for that monthly.
Deanne has asked you to share your AppSumo affiliate link. I don't know if you can, but if you want to find that while I take this fifth and final one, you know,
right. How can we miss this one?
We cannot. There is just no way around this. Yes, our flagship product has the socially inclined dashboard, some of the best automation software out there, but we're not going to not point this one out just because we're some of the best sellers in here or in this particular play. So social media automation, raise your hand if you are so tired of having to remember to post or having to post everywhere. You've got to be on LinkedIn. You've got to be on LinkedIn group. You've got to have your Facebook growing with content while also posting content to your Facebook page and your Instagram and your Twitter. There is no reason or there is no wonder that small business owner burnout is a very real thing. And we think that a large part of that has to do with the need to be everywhere all the time. So social media automation takes the overwhelm out of social media for you, especially if you can find automation with built-in content like we have at Your Social Plan. But you don't have to remember to post every day. Yay, because you can get ahead. And that's what we love seeing is the dynamics. You know, some people like to just do it on Sunday night and work a week ahead. Some people like to do it a month at a time. Some people come right in and schedule a year of content in just a few clicks right when they sign up. There's no wrong way to do it as long as you're saving time and you are feeling back in control. Like I mentioned, built-in content, the content that turns over fresh and new right inside of the automation dashboard will keep you from having inconsistent posting, which we all know is one of the main causes of that lack of engagement when people aren't seeing your stuff. It's because Facebook's not used to you posting yet. So that social media automation definitely will help with that. Do you want me to get that last one?
I do.
All right. She's still finding her link. Finally, I mentioned this at the beginning of the social media automation part, but it is really deflating when you realize that you have to have a presence on 6 different places. And you're not going to start there. You're not going to start with LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter. But once you can get a handle on where your core presence is going to be, you can easily use social media automation to start being more present and funneling people into where you are the most often. And social media automation helps with that. A lot of the automation platforms will do it. I know that ours, you can just click a button and it will go to your Facebook group, your Facebook page, Pinterest, Google, Instagram, and, you know, to probably name a few others, but those are definitely the big ones.
Exactly. So again, all of these, basically we have had, you know, the mentality is to be everywhere. You know, and it's so hard to be everywhere when you're staring at a blank screen or you just don't know what to do. So that was the spirit of today's. So hopefully you have some questions. I finally found my affiliate link for AppSumo.
So I just want to give a shout out to all of you. I'm just, like I said, I'm a little out of sorts today because the producer screen on Facebook didn't load. So I can't do my normal quick typing response, but all of this good feedback about those of you who do use the YSP Pro membership is just really great to see. That's what we love. Love you ladies. Socially inclined dashboards, an absolute essential in my business and a lifesaver for me. Thank you. Y'all, that YSP dashboard is life. Life. That's awesome. So yeah, if you're new here, which we are getting new people every time we go live, which is wonderful. Julie and I kind of started with our flagship product, which is now this really robust membership of we call it Your Social Plan, and it is done for you content, 2 done for you posts a day, 1 post prompt, and they're all built right into a dashboard where you can post all of these places. And like I said, some people do it a week at a time, like Sarah. And then there are some people who do it months at a time, and some people do years at a time or a year at a time.
Exactly.
So,
yes, I will get the Jarvis link. So I do want to say that AppSumo in itself, so if anyone doesn't know what it is can be a shortcut in its own. It is typically softwares that come out and you can buy a lifetime deal of it. So there's some really great ones. We bought Live Webinar from it, and we use it virtually every single day because we have client meetings on it as well. So there's been tons and tons of great software that we bought from it, but you pay a one-time fee and you get to use it forever and ever. It helps the business with seed money. So that's kind of where that idea comes from. We actually even have been invited to sell on AppSumo. We have had a couple products on there. We're circling back to that. So again, the be everywhere. And then the Jarvis link, I will get that in just a moment.
So I'm thinking, unless you guys want me to not do this, but I sensed a little bit of surprise when I was talking about the styles feature in Canva and how you can change it to a different color palette in just a few clicks. Anyone interested in seeing me do that real quick? I have it pulled up.
I'm so glad you wanted to do that.
I have it pulled up. So let's see. I was just going to add.
While you're doing that, I'm going to answer Deanne's question about Jarvis. Any thoughts about the starter plan versus boss plan? Starter is 20,000 words per month, and boss is unlimited. Boss, okay, if you're going to pay for Jarvis, go ahead and get boss for sure, because it does the long format documents. It will help you. We know how important blogging is, so it will help tremendously with that. I'm getting the affiliate link if you want to wait for that. And if anyone here is new to what we're talking about, an affiliate link, you can affiliate market for complementary products to what you sell. And that's what this is. So businesses like ours will give you a cut of the sale when you refer them and talk about their products. So that's what that is. All right.
Yeah. So for those of you who are watching, I have just been grabbing a few templates that I thought were pretty. And right here, these are the templates we're talking about for number 1. And I want to show you how quickly you can do this. So we have some new styled content coming out, which is what this is. It was easiest for me to open and it slows down. So I wanted to make sure that it was already easy to access. So you can take any template you like here and as many of them as you want. We can even let's do a Hello Easter. Why not? It's coming up faster than we probably all want it to.
Okay. It's March 10th.
So let's see. I said 4 down. It's actually the 5th one down. Styles. And this is where if you insert your branding kit, you can, so we input these colors using hex codes. All right. And this was a one-on-one client that we just did a big project for, this blue palette. But what you can do is you have to do it from styles. So you can work with your branding kit from a different interface, but you have to do this particular thing from style. And you just click it.
Awesome.
You just click it. And the thing is so if you don't like that, which I don't love that, right? Because we actually have a lot of colors in our new color palette. We're in the middle of kind of a new fresh look. You can hit shuffle again and see, I like that a lot more, I think.
And is it shuffling the whole palette as you go down? I mean, all of them, or just the one
No,
you're
so
on?
that if you just click this on one, it will do it only for one.
Good.
But where the ninja sauce comes in is if you know that you have all of them. So I would do these one at a time because I would want the control of doing it. Like, I don't love that. I like that slightly better, but so you just shuffle. Ta-da. I kind of like that. I wish it was the light one. And you can adjust things about it. So if I want those purple, then I can go in here and do my brand kit and do the lighter one where it's peachy. This one, do that. And then you can just keep going down. And if you don't like where it lands, like I said, you can click it again and it will shuffle them around. So the cool thing though is you can apply to all pages. So if you want to do a lot of them at one time, it'll just go through and rebrand all of them.
Which is like,
save you so much time. So when you get our templates, you know, they come in certain colors and you can change them pretty quick, pretty easily. But this kind of changes the game because if you get like our Facebook group engaging questions, it's what, 3 sets of 100 and then another set of 65 because it's a year of engaging questions. You just open it up, you have your brand palette ready to go, and you click. See, this one changed again. Then you just click and it'll adjust them all at once. Boom. How many brand kits do we have? We only have one, but when we have a big one-on-one project, we'll put a color palette in to save time.
Exactly. And then we delete it back out when we no longer need it. So that way we're cleaning it up. That is one thing that I have with Canva is the master screen, and that you can't clean it all up. Especially since I told you we had 1,000 designs in there. That's
I'll fix this, Julie.
rough for me. Yeah. Rough for me. But you know, it's got to sort. It's got to, you know, you can figure it out. So
there we go. That was my Canva trick for the day.
Yep. All right. Are there, so we kind of ran over a little bit on our, you know, whatever. Although that was a parlay right there. That was sort of a question, working, whatever. So, let us know what other questions, marketing questions you have, mindset questions you have. It doesn't matter. Any kind of questions, any kind of work questions. Yeah, that I'm with Dan. That was worth the price of admission alone. Like that's probably the single most just wow that I've had. Just because I know how much pain we took to make it easy for you, anyone that bought our bundles, to be able to click one and then it changed the rest of them, and did a little video to explain how to do that. Oh my gosh. So yay, Canva for that.
Damn $1 million trick right there. Wowza. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah. So if you need Canva templates, sociallyinclined.com/store. Obviously, a lot of the people who are chit-chatting with us right now already have them. But our biggest seller, people tend to need Facebook group content. So that year of a daily Facebook group engaging question, and now with that Canva shortcut where you can rebrand them all in a single click, makes it super fast. And then you can put them all in the dashboard and you have a daily question for a year that's going to engage your Facebook group. Awesome. So glad, Nikki or Savita. Sorry, it's a little harder. A bazillion templates. So good. Awesome. Templates is where it's at. All right. Any marketing mindset questions before we dip out?
And I'm going to have to put the Jarvis. There'll be other affiliate links. Anything that we've talked about, they'll go into the blog post. So watch the group for the blog post. and that Jarvis link will be there. It's giving me, you hear me typing, it's giving me a hard time.
We'll get that blog post out later today. LOL, guess what I'm going to do today now? You got my ADHD creative brain going a mile a minute. So excited. Yay! Question, Canva folders, how do you organize them?
Oh, it's a good
Not
thing. You have to have Pro.
Should.
You have to have Pro, but especially if you, I don't know who asked that, but whoever, so if you're a VA, it's even more important. But Savita asked, okay, so if you want to share, Jess, I'm not even looking to see if you are, but
I'm not sharing. I don't want to share.
You don't
I feel like we need about 45 minutes to clean our act up before we're like, this is how you should do it.
So basically all you do, there's three dots. You can send it to the folder basically. And that's what you just want to start doing. You're just going to have to figure out, create a folder for whatever topics, whatever buckets, whatever, however you want your organization to go. We have to give you an example of ours, we have a client folder, and then we have the client names underneath there that have, so that because we've got so many clients, we'd have so many folders. So you can nest folders inside of folders. So we do that. And the same thing happens like with all of their images, their logo, and those things. You can have the folder to keep all of that. So it's not just templates now, it's everything. So I feel like I'm not sharing it.
I just took a look at it. I'm like, I'm not sharing.
Ours is, it's all our stuff, but it's like,
Julie and I were talking about how we should be more transparent, or how we want to be more transparent about, like, this is a struggle. We're a 3-woman business. But
3.5, Debbie's still here. So,
okay. So golly, I just totally lost my train of thought, but I feel like if you were interested, I could block out 30 minutes and go live and be like, all right, this is Jess organizing all of our Canva crap. And you would be so overwhelmed probably watching it. But I mean, that's something that needs to be done. So if you think that'd be valuable, Jen, Elderberry Jen, if you want to show up, I guess I could record it and even put it on a blog. How to organize a dizzying array of stuff in Canva.
For sure. But we have a free account too. We could do that in the free account because it's just our stuff. So there's a little bit about showing client work, live. So, but it's okay.
No, that's true.
Hey, Jennifer, I didn't get to say hello. Yeah. 50. I mean, it really isn't that bad. You find the design, the three dots, and then you have to have created the folder first. But not too bad. But they still stay. So this is what brought this up, is that even when you put them in folders, they stay on that home screen, and I can't stand it. So, because if I put it in a folder, I don't want to see it anymore. I just want to see the folder. But they're all right there, most recent to the top. So, but it still helps you to be able to find the things, especially if you have a large account like ours. I keep waiting for them to want more money, which we do. We spend more than just Pro because we have all of our users. We all have a user account. So we pay for each user. So anyway, but yeah, I'm looking at it now, Jess. Whoa. And when you have as much as we do, the search doesn't work. It'll pull up the last 5 things,
Yeah. Man, because I'll go in and try to edit the free calendar for YSP, and which Lauren has been helping with a lot lately. So thank you so much for that. And I know it's titled Free Your Social Plan, and I will search for it and it will not come up. So then I'll start scrolling through 300, 400 different designs, and I'll find it right there. And what is it titled? Free Your Social Plan. This search feature doesn't work. So
I need to report that.
Yeah, in case you thought we were just like total in love with Canva. It's definitely got its annoyances, but overall it saves us a ton of time.
Yeah. I can overlook the messy desktop home to have all my stuff right there. It takes me a minute to find things sometimes, especially if it's something that we haven't used for 2 months because it's way down the line. So,
Exactly.
but got to take the inconvenience. I'm not even gonna say it's bad. We have to take the inconvenience with the great.
For sure.
Yep. No, somebody says she thought she did something wrong. Nope, that's just how it works. The organization on the screen. I did see I get some feature requests for Canva, whatever. Like I'm on a list that asks opinions and whatever. So that is something that they are working on, trying to figure out how to make that happen.
Deanne wants to know if you have a affiliate link specific for Jarvis.
Yes, I'm going to put it in the blog. And I'll message it to you direct since you do want it. Jarvis is so AppSumo. There are a bunch on AppSumo, and I have several of them, but I like Jarvis so much that I pay over $100 a month to have it. That's how much I like Jarvis better than, and no one uses it except for me. So, but Lauren might use it every now and again. So, but
I don't use it because I don't have a login.
Jessica doesn't have to use it, but I use it for everything now. Like if I need to have, we talk about be everywhere and like coming up with content, the blogging, we're really trying to step up our blogging game. So just coming up and being ahead of the curve, like we did today, like the 5 things. Well, before you can go live, you got to have those 5 things. We didn't necessarily use Jarvis to come up with these, but had I been by myself and not had Jessica instead of Jarvis, which is now, it's not Jarvis anymore, it's Jasper for the sake of, it's okay, just for the sake of this video and YouTube and whatever, it is now rebranded to Jasper. That if I didn't have a Jessica, I need a Jasper in my life. So I had a Jessica this morning. So, but it's really amazing. And it does all these other things. AIDA, like your messaging. And Deanna, I have something special to show you too about messaging. It's a different AI. So I'll show you that one. And I might put it in the in this blog post. I'm just testing it. So you missed the LTD on it. So all right.
Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed our 5 shortcuts. I hope you will pick just one to at least explore doing. They're all worthy. The goal, we're on this work-life balance journey. That's the whole point of Grit, Grind, and Grace that we've started too, is to really embrace that. But what better way to honor that but by working less, and working less hard, by implementing shortcuts. So that's kind of the emphasis for today's. If you can work, if you cut 5 hours off your week because you implemented some of these, that's 5 hours you can work on your business instead of in your business.
Or go to the zoo with your kid.
Right.
Whatever you want to do.
Or go to the farm tomorrow and ride and whatever your thing is. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for today. I don't feel like we have topics yet for next week, but we'll be ahead of it.
Eventually, we will be ahead of it.
Because we have a Jessica and a Jasper. Jessica and Jasper. It's going to be, it's J squared. Now it's going to have to be, what's the tri J's? I don't know what it would be.
J
cubed. J cubed. J cubed.
All right. We're rambling. Thank you, everybody. We will see you Monday for Marketing Monday. Have a great weekend. Don't stress too much over your marketing. It's going to take me a minute to get it to not broadcast.
Yeah, me too. So.